What's up, guys? Have I got a theory for you? This is Dylan for Broken Pictures, and this is the FOMO Show. Kinda. All right, guys. So it's been a while. Good to see you. Um, yeah, just things going on, single parent life, stuff like that. But things hopefully are changing. Hopefully, I'll get to do more videos like this. Um, but it's kind of late here. I'm just gonna do this as quick as possible, run down through it. So give me a little grace. It's been a little bit. So I was watching Screen Crush earlier today, and they were talking about some new information about Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. So we're on the road to Doomsday, and things are rolling, and new information's coming out all the time now. So any day now, we're going to get like a full-on trailer. We've been getting those teasers, leaks, and all that kind of stuff. So some interesting, exciting things going on, but there are some things that don't add up. Okay, so I'm going to try to run through this. Just try to track with me as best you can. Um, all right, so when Robert Downey Jr. was first announced as Doctor Doom, one of the things that Kevin Feige thought was an important thing was that they do Doom correctly, that they do actual Doctor Doom, not some weird version of him or whatever. But then we get this guy, and the Russo brothers said that Robert Downey Jr. is the only person who could play Doom. So there's been a lot of speculation about what that means since this has been announced. It was Comic-Con LA, I believe, about a year ago or so. It's been a little while. But anyway, the speculation has been all over the place. One of the main theories is that he is a variant of Tony Stark. There is a swap at birth in another dimension or another timeline or whatever. He just happens to look like him, or that. So there's this little clip from Endgame where when they go back in time and Tony is talking to his dad. He talks about his wife being pregnant, and Tony gives him this little look, and he's like, "How far along is she?" It's like something was going on there. Like, wait a minute, that doesn't add up. That's not my birthday, and I don't have any siblings. So one of the theories is that they couldn't have a child, and they adopted, and he's actually from Latveria. He's actually Victor Von Doom in real life, and he was just raised as Tony Stark. A lot of different crazy things trying to make sense of all this. But basically, there's two camps. Everybody's still kind of meh on the casting of RDJ as Doctor Doom. There are some people that are still excited about it. Some people are all the way down with this theory about him being a different kind of variant. And he just looks like Tony, and that's going to throw everybody for a loop when he reveals his face. The only reason that RDJ is the only person that can play him is because he is a variant slash Victor Von Doom slash Tony Stark. And then the other camp hates this idea. It's like, no, I want Victor Von Doom. I want the Victor Von Doom. I don't want some halfway BS reach for because you're desperate, and Marvel was not in a great place. And I mean, they're still trying to come back. I mean, if you've seen Thunderbolts and some of the other new stuff, they're getting there. But there's a lot of excitement for this, especially with the teasers and people getting interested again. And so with the two camps and what the Russo brothers are saying and what Feige has said, the math ain't math, and something doesn't add up. Um, and then the new information recently is that John Campea, uh, who is a YouTuber, he's been around for a long, long time. He used to work with AMC. He's got all kinds of inside information, roads and all the kind of. He knows his stuff. He's been around for a long, long time. But he claims to have either read the script or know the plot for Avengers Doomsday. And according to him, RDJ isn't in it very much or doesn't show his face. So I mean, the whole movie is called Doomsday. It's based around Doctor Doom, right? Right? So how does this add up? How does this make sense? Um, so there is a frame in the comics, in the Secret Wars comics, where Doom reveals his face. Um, and everybody's hoping that that's the moment. That's when we actually see that it's Tony, and that throws everybody for a loop. And that's kind of like the last moment of the movie, kind of thing. And that's why we don't really see him. That it's just kind of like all the things that he has been doing, and his presence is a menacing presence, like the teaser from Thor, where he has Stormbreaker. His daughter Love had Stormbreaker, and so he is trying to get back to her, and it seems like Doom has taken her, and he's trying to face this new threat, all that kind of stuff. Um, so everybody's kind of reeling at potential. One of the theories is that Doom is swiping kids because all the Avengers have kids now, and some of the kids shouldn't belong here because they're from a different dimension or whatever, or given they were reincarnated through the power of eternity, like love, um, or Steve Rogers went back in time and had a kid that shouldn't happen. So all these different things are out of whack. And another one of the theories they pitched on Screen Crush, a lot of this comes from Screen Crush because I watch them at work. Uh, they've got like this 3:30 live streams. Go check them out. A lot of good people, a lot of good theories on there. Love that show. But one of the things they mentioned the other day, I think it was Tommy, said potentially he is trying to rescue, or maybe it was Colton, but maybe he's just trying to rescue these kids uh, because the timelines are failing and they are kind of at the center of things being off and breaking. And Doctor Doom, uh, one of his, so Doctor Doom, it's like if you take the genius of Reed Richards and smash it with the powers of Doctor Strange, and the ego of the universe bigger than the universe. I would say it's Tony Stark, but there are some similarities there, which is why this could be a good match. But it, nobody Doom thinks he knows better. That's why he has to do it his way. That's why he doesn't follow the rules. He knows better. He's smarter than everybody. He's more powerful than everybody. He's got to do the things to make the things happen. He's the guy. Uh, so he is not going to play second fiddle to anybody, and he knows better than anybody else. So he's doing what he's doing because he believes what he believes about whatever's happening in the multiverse. And in the comics, he ends up with phenomenal cosmic power. It's like uh, God Emperor Doom, where he kind of siphons off some cosmic power and ends up kind of the multiverse is collapsing, and he kind of takes pieces of it and creates Battle World, and that's where everybody kind of like everybody is pitted against each other to see who's the strongest and blah blah blah. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But in Doomsday, so we've got Doomsday and then Secret Wars coming. The general consensus is that Doomsday is going to set up the threat, and then Secret Wars is where we're going to go to Battle World, and everything has collapsed, and they're they're trying to beat Doom and get things put back together. and in the comics ends up being like Franklin Richards, who has cosmic power, also in the MCU, potentially another child that he's taken. Um, so how does all this make sense? We've got him showing or not showing, or being not being that important, or is he Doom? And one of the things that I want to say John Campea said was that he's just a variant. He just happens to look like Tony, which doesn't make people very happy to hear, because it's you could have cast anybody. There's a lot of big fan casts for Cillian Murphy and shoot, I can't think of their names right now, but just Google it. There's a lot of good names out there. Um, but you could have had all these other people, and you could have had like the Doom, and not well, we're going to do this because we're desperate, and RDJ puts butts in seats, and yeah. So um, so that's things aren't really making sense right now, and so I have a theory that kind of makes it make sense, um, and kind of gives everybody a little bit of what they want. So you've got the two main camps. One wants the RDJ, and one does not. One wants they want actual Doom, and the other one wants this Doom, and it's fine. I'm gonna love it. I love RDJ. Let's see it play out. Blah blah blah. Um, so here's my theory. All right, so Doom is doing whatever he's doing, snatching kids or whatever. He is the big threat. RDJ Doom is the big threat in Doomsday, and he's just a menace. He is kicking their butts left and right. He's two steps ahead. They can't beat him. They're constantly on their heels through the whole movie, and then we get to the end, and they've caught up with RDJ Doom, and that's when something big happens. So there's a frame in Secret Wars that everybody wants to see. And so the way that you make a threat seem like a bigger threat is you have them kill the old big threat, right? So in the comics, they had Doom, once he had gotten his cosmic powers, where he's God Emperor Doom, and runs the multiverse. Um, he just destroys Thanos, like snatches his spine out of his back, and like, I mean, no problem whatsoever. Just, I mean, ultimately powerful. Anybody who saw the Infinity Saga knows that Thanos is a threat. Like, he kicked their butts, and I mean, Infinity War, he won, and then they had to figure out how to get him. Time travel, they bent the rules and basically broke time, and there's a whole lot of things that they kind of painted themselves in a corner, in my opinion, with Endgame, that they still haven't paid off or made sense of since then. But that's a video for another time. So to to have that frame that everybody wants, here's my theory. So here's the frame, right? He just snatches him. But at a marketing expo in Shanghai, I believe, they did a light show that showed this moment from the comics as they were teasing Doomsday. So I don't. It's kind of hard to make out, but you can kind of see the spine and the skull and Doomsday and Doom and his arm snatching him. So it's a little blurry, but it's there, right? So they're teasing this moment. Now, that doesn't exactly mean it's gonna be in the movie, but we're all hoping it is. So um, yeah, he could snatch Thanos, but I mean, Thanos is gone, but it's the multiverse, so you could pull Thanos from another location or another dimension, another timeline, whatever. But it's not the Thanos, right? It's kind of like, it's kind of weak sauce for the plot, right? It's not the Thanos that was the threat. like in the comics, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so here's my theory. RDJ, RDJ Doom. Do you see these other Dooms around? When he was announced and he stepped forward, pulled the mask off, new task, same mask, or new same task, new mask. Um, so throughout Doomsday, what if we are aware of other variants, kind of like how Kang, right? There's other variants, um, and maybe they're dealing with these other ones, and they're kind of working together. Um, but this is like the Doom in charge, right? He's kind of running the show. But at the end, when they find him, we get this moment, but the Doom, Victor freaking Von Doom, the real Doom, steps in and snatches Stark Doom, Tony Doom. And that's that does a lot of things. So for one, it puts to bed this whole we need Tony Stark, we need RDJ for the MCU. It gives both fans what they wanted. They got almost the entire movie. RDJ Doom being a menace and being two steps ahead, and they couldn't catch up to him. They can't compete with him. He's too smart. He's too powerful. Um, but when this Doom steps in and gets the God Emperor Doom powers and snatches RDJ Doom, that sets up a real threat because we know RDJ Doom was a contender, but Doom, he ain't nobody to mess with. Doom will not play second fiddle to anybody, not even himself. That is my point. We get this moment where Doom snatches RDJ, and then we get the moment where he pulls his mask off, and it's a different actor. It is the Doom that's going to be Doom going forward, that they've cast somebody else secretly. And then we get the Doom, actual Doom. RDJ did his thing. He got to play Doom. Everybody got to see him on screen, put butts in seats. Everybody got everything they wanted. And we get the Doom, the actual Doctor Doom. And we get to see what he can do in this world. And then going forward, it's the same actor. Because part of this Doomsday Secret Wars is a soft reset of the MCU, where they'll probably be pulling other actors to play different characters from other multiverse timelines or whatever. Uh, but this sets up Doctor Doom, and it aligns with what Feige said. We're doing Doom right this time. It aligns with what the Russo said. RDJ is the only person who could play that version of Doom, and all the fans get what they want, right? Everybody wins. I'm just putting it out there. So I commented this on Screen Crush's comments earlier today. I just wanted to get this video out, and so nobody can steal my theory, basically. But there it is. Doom. Please give us Doom. But I also want to see RDJ do Doom, like do Doom. Uh, I also I want to see it all. So this is how it can work. Uh, are there holes in my theory? Let me know. Trash me in the comments. Tear my theories down. Whatever. Tell me what you think. You like it, love it, lump it. Just let me know. I really appreciate you watching up to the end. And yeah, that's my theory. I really think I can't think of any any ways this would not work and not shake people up and really set the MCU up for greatness again with this guy. Anyways, that's it. That's it. I'm not going to ramble anymore. Once again, I'm Dylan for Broken Pictures. This has been the FOMO show. Hopefully, I'll get to do more videos like this going forward. We'll just see how it plays out. I'm not going to give you a timeline like every week or anything like that. We'll just, whenever I think I've got something to talk about, I'll come on and make a video or something. Just let me know. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Peace.